I would like to invite you all in my presentation about the action plan. And my title is Transforming into the New Dimensions. Because since long we have been working in the conventional type procedures, and recently we have moved into the event procedures, and I think this will continue in the days to come. So this is all the background, and I think I can skip because you already know me. So this is the reference from which part of the globe we are from, and it's very good to sit in the center. And seeing at this image, so we can see that Nepal lies in a very strategic position in a shoulder of India and in the lap of China, both the rising economies of the future. And there is a route called Immerse route, that is Europe, Middle East, Asia route south of Himalayas. That route all the way extends from this way. So till now, Nepal is not being able to use that route because it does not have an alternate aerodrome, international aerodrome. So in recent futures, I think we will be experiencing quite a big number of overflying traffic as well. This is an aeronautical chart of Nepal. Here you can see the different airports that are located in Nepal, and the map is a bit too large in scale to view, so I will explain a little bit more. So this is the capital city, Kathmandu. This is the capital city, Kathmandu. It is currently the only international airport, and the Anup procedures regarding the star and seat is designed only to this airport. And this route here is the Lima 626, which is the Anup route. This is Pokhara. This is Bhairava Airport, Gautam Buddha International Airport, which is soon going to be international by 2018 if everything goes normal. And there will be a new international airport in Pokhara as well. And in the future, we are planning to build a full-fledged international airport in this area, very close to Kathmandu. And this will be named Nisgad. And after this airport is, the construction is completed and the operations start, then Nepal can be a bridge between the different countries. Now, all of the people say that Nepal is a landlocked country, but we hope to see Nepal is a bridge country in the future. So that's what I was saying. This is the territory of Nepal. You can see this area is all snow-capped mountainous area, high terrain. In 8 out of the top 10 highest mountain in the world are in this area, and with Everest somewhere here. And this belt is all mountainous area. And only in the southernmost part, adjoining to India, this land is a plain area. So we have plain areas, small mountains and hills, and then we have highest mountains. So it is very difficult to design a procedure, and we have to invest a lot in obstacle assessment and surveys and all that. And the airspace is very confined because transiting from one place to another within this mountainous area is very difficult. And in general, we are facing the same difference in different other sectors as well, like roads, construction, railways, and education, sanitation, drinking water, sewage, and all that. So this gives us an idea about Nepal. And in the very close proximities, this is Tibet region of China, and this is India, and there are several international airports over here, Lucknow, and there is Delhi, the capital of India, somewhere here. And from some places, it's easier to go to Delhi than go to Kathmandu. So I think at least one airport needs to be somewhere over here, in my opinion. So I take this snapshot from the Google Earth. This shows the capital city of Kathmandu. In the north, you can see the mountains, and there are several layers of mountains. And within these mountains, there's a cup-shaped valley, a bowl-shaped valley. This is the Kathmandu Valley. And the only RLP air approach is through this gorge. This gorge, and it turns like this, and you can see the airport over here. Issues. The airport is somewhere over here, and the runway is 002 into 0. This way. So there are mountains this way, there are mountains this way, and mountains this way. And this city is too crowded for the airport to expand. So we need urgently a new airport in replacement, in addition to this airport. And now this is the plain area. This picture is from, this is Vairava Airport. This is here, somewhere here is Lumbini, the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. And now they are making this airport international. They are expanding this airport. And there is some airspace over here, but still the problem is that the border with India. You can see a line here. This is the border with India. It's very close to the Indian border. So this will not be an ultimate, substitute to the only international airport. So we need another niche guard. So that is why we needed another. And this is my Pokhara Valley. You can see all the mountains, and there is some elongated in this shape. The current runway is this. Current airport is this one. This is the current airport. Runway is along this way. So most of the Kathmandu is towards east. So most of the traffic that come very close to these mountains and make it airport. So we don't have, you can say we don't have a final because only for final. And towards this side also, it's very difficult. And we are planning to make a new airport somewhere over here. You can see. So this is the new proposed site for the new international airport, and construction is on the way. And some Chinese party is doing the constructions, but the investment is from the government of Nepal. And you can see this is the Peva Lake. This is another lake, Devanas. There is another lake, Rupa. And there are small several other lakes. So this valley is very beautiful. And from the elevation of 2,700 feet, you can see the mountains. So we have, this is just an example. We have many places like this in Nepal, which we can use to promote tourism, which will again attract the air travelers and so on. Okay, the season problems in Nepal, what I have mentioned here, are slightly general to those compared to my colleagues, but these issues and problems reflect the scenario of Nepal that will affect the RNA procedure design functioning and its management and all that. The first and foremost constraint is the financial constraint. Nepal lacks necessary aviation infrastructure, and we have a liability to invest in unprofitable sector. And by this I mean there are too many mountainous airports which, subject to the cost-benefit analysis, is unprofitable. But we have to serve them as there is no road or no access other way. So a heavy investment goes in this sector. So we don't have much enough investment for those ones which can be used for the benefit purpose. And another one here is the ineffective development and foreign policy, investment policy. So it's foreign investment policy has been ineffective because we are very close to giant neighbors, which is sometimes not good as well, because they, we have to play in between the interests of the neighboring countries as well. And both countries are willing to help Nepal. At the same time, both countries are competing with each other, and Nepal has not been properly able to hold its position to what it actually wants to do. Another thing is the lack of coordination. There is an immense lack of proper coordination between internal developmental agencies. Like some places where airports were not in need, maybe to do some reasons they are constructing the airports over there, and there are several other problems with coordination between the agencies, and inefficient resource mobilization, and weak international diplomacy regarding airspace restructuring. I'm principally concerned with the air route structure that India has, and China is on the one side, and we don't have too many routes and flights because of the mountains, but towards the south there are a lot of airports, airways, and there's a lot of traffic, but the international diplomacy is not sufficient to extend those routes into Nepal or to take the advantage of that. And this is another issue is the political instability. Government changes in every 9 months, and that affects the bureaucracy. And our director general is also affected by the political changes, because our minister is the chairperson of Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal. So there is a chance of political influence, and plannings don't go the way they should go in a long term. And the last but not the least, there is this geopolitical constraint that Nepal has, that I already described, the mountainous terrain, and we have very limited space to play with, and the lack of proper strategic planning. This is one airport from Zomsom where I walked 1 year back. This is the runway, and you can imagine the climb gradient or descent gradient. So this is the real scenario where we are working, and I wonder how we are going to implement the RNM or RTR tools in such areas. We need a lot of things to do, but I think it's almost impossible. Issues to be solved by the organization: professionalization of the employees, since there is no any separate department for the procedure designers, and trainings are very limited. Organizational reformation and restructuring, creating separate department for procedure design. This is the prime need of the current day, and procurement of procedure design automation software, something like that. And this maybe I don't know, like Steve's son said, I wonder how we are gonna get access to this. And installation of virtual flight simulation facilities to check whether we design procedures manually are operable or not. And airspace restructuring and new procedure introduction as per the need of time. installation of required CNS systems, and relevant advanced trainings, budget and logistics support for the department. And since Nepal is a mountainous country, special consideration should be given to the service. And this picture I kept here because I want to show you how these are the mid hills, not the mountainous area, not too high. These are the mid hills, but still you can see a lot of ranges of mountains, so it's very difficult. And the objective is to get involved in processor designing and contribute the team by the knowledge obtained during this course. The expected output: the organization has a team of qualified professional processor designers, and it utilizes the knowledge acquired by its employees from such trainings. This is of utmost importance. Aviation industry in Nepal will continuously expand, and technological advancement of CS infrastructure and improved aircraft performance will arise. The need for the airspace restructuring in the future. So we need to get prepared for that. Now coming to activities, we will be presenting a report to CAN stating the need of a professional team of procedure designers, which, when provided with adequate tools like training, automation, resources, and authority, replace the need of outsourcing that we currently have, and get involved in a team to formulate instrument-like procedure design criteria. Request the organization for OJT with professionals, experts, as it is required for a certain period of time to specialize. Study and review Nepal's existing air route infrastructure and adjacent air routes as well. Needed training and guidelines on quality assurance that we don't have. And coming to this work schedule, I brainstormed several times that what I can do, but I found it very difficult because I'm not in a position to formulate or to state a work schedule, because I am an air traffic controller, and going back there, I have to resume my job as an air traffic controller before going into some designing. And the only thing I can do, apart from sharing my information to my friends over there, request the organization to work in the headquarters ATM department, which currently works, is involved in the procedure design process, is a procedure designer via the report that we will be presenting to our organization as we join duty after returning back to our country. This is the first and only thing I can do back then, and the subsequent tasks will depend on the outcome of the consequence. And there are a lot of achievements and impressions that I gained from Japan, but these are the main three. PVN5 procedure design is a highly professional and a serious business, as there is no place for even a small error, or a small error in the procedure may result in unexpected flight maneuver, which can cause catastrophic consequences. And I realized that as I come to know that how important this matter is. Even flight procedure design requires involvement of interaction with and coordination between different agencies like airline operators, the regulating authorities, inspecting and evaluating agencies, local governments, surveying agencies, ATS, AIS, and so on. The procedure designing is equally painstaking and time-consuming in the absence of automation. But even with the use of an automation facility, a fairly good knowledge about the related IPO documents and manuals is required. It's required for the completion of the job. Even with the automation, we need that knowledge. And all the estimates are required sufficient knowledge in the training course, which will be very useful. And we enhanced our knowledge from professional trainers, coordinators, high officials, and experts during guest lectures and site visits in Japan. This training has been a real knowledge co-creation, as we could learn so many things from our fellow participants from other countries. And we got a chance to experience the Japanese hospitality, punctuality, perfection, professionalism, dedication to work, and qualities which are definitely worth adopting. physical infrastructure, transportation system, automation system, and quality products are the 4 main aspects which are quite impressive, which teaches that if we get the best performance from whichever position we are, the outcome will be fruitful. Yeah, the last is for Malawi. Dhanyavad for visitation, and arigatou gozaimasu for the coordinators and program officer, and our respected trainers, and terima kasih for Indonesia. Baklala. And finally, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everybody here, and who are not here and who were involved in making our stay in Japan quite memorable and quite informative. And thank you very much. I think you already know this from Japan, but yeah, first, sayonara is there because we will be the first one who will be leaving tomorrow morning. So this is the final sayonara from Nepal. And small comment on this. This is a stamp, postal stamp, which shows the friendship between Nepal and Japan. And the friendship is now 7 years nearly. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Could you show me the slide which depicts your place? I mean, like landing Japan.
Okay.
So you said that you are you constructing new airports?
Yes.
And I'm wondering about the direction of new airports. So is that okay regarding to wind direction?
Normally wind is southeasterly, so there will be a tailwind when landing from this side. Tailwind component will be high. But the terrain on the headwind component side is higher. Relatively, this airport will accommodate medium category aircraft only. And since this is just a VFR station, because we couldn't establish the IFR procedure here due to deterrence on the finals, so there will be a flight in the nights and in the bad weather conditions even. And if we get access to the inbound and outbound route of Lima 626, which is currently just outbound, then we can operate international flights from this airport to the west, like Delhi and Dubai and those areas. And towards east, we can also join the network. Anyone? Suggestions and comments are also welcome. Thank you.
Much enjoyed your presentation. Last presenter is Jica.